Say hello to the 2024 Acura TLX, and not just the garden variety model either. This is the Type S, a V6 turbocharged engine, all-wheel drive, upgraded suspension, very nice indeed. Let's take it for a drive today. It's time for Family Wheels. As we get rolling, I have a small request. Give Family Wheels a like. Your likes help power our reviews. While you're doing that, subscribe and click the little bell for notifications. Thoughts about the TLX? Leave a comment. Thanks. There are substantial differences between the TLX Type S we have here and the regular TLX. You know, some car companies, they stick a badge on or a letter, and there's actually no difference. Well, there's a big difference here. We've got 355 horsepower from that turbocharged V6. The A-spec trim of the TLX has a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine putting out 272 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. It also has super handling all-wheel drive. Also in the Type S, we have 20-inch wheels, Brembo brakes up front and rear. Also, I noticed when doing the cargo test that there's a big X-frame, big X-member running across behind the rear seat. Well, you know what that does? Really stiffens up the chassis. And so with all-wheel drive, 355 horsepower, 354 pounds-feet of torque, you have got speed on demand. And a great sound to go with it. What's new for 2024 in the Acura Type S? Very little, actually. There is a Sport Plus setting, so you can get even sportier if you want. There's some changes inside. Most notably, the gauge pack here is all digital, not the dials of old. Some folks want that old school look. Some folks like the configurability of an all digital display. I'm fine. We have wireless charging pad. Now we have, by the way, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Even in normal mode, there's a pretty sporty feeling to the handling, and then the super handling all-wheel drive system kicks in very nicely as you ease into the throttle coming out of the corner, sends things more rearward. And one really pleasant aspect is the turn-in, how quickly it responds as you head into a turn. Now in Sport, we're going to go into a long, varying radius on-ramp. See how the car feels. On a wet road, you wouldn't think that 60% of the weight was over the front wheels, that's for sure. The all-wheel drive is really doing a great job. Another fun aspect of the Sport setting is what it does with the transmission, not just in sharpening up the shift points, but it leaves it in a lower gear, and it doesn't automatically throw it into a higher and higher gear in the pursuit of saving fuel. In that respect, you hardly need these shift paddles. And remember, it's a 10-speed transmission. If you're downshifting in this, like I am now, it just gets louder. You don't really get a lot of engine braking until you get way down in the gears, like I did just there. I've got the car set in comfort mode. Let's take it down our neighborhood bumpy road. Well, at below the speed limit, you just heard it crunch as we went over a speed bump. The ride, however, is perfectly acceptable at highway speed, and it's very comfortable indeed. Yes, the pedal is a whole lot softer, but for highway driving, unless it's a twisty British Columbia mountain road or similar, then the soft pedal we have here in comfort mode, again, is pretty much ideal. By the way, Acura's implementation of its sensing technologies, where you get the little warning about the vehicle in the blind spot, it comes up here on the A-pillar in yellow, not on the mirror like you frequently see. And that's a really nice touch because it is much more in your field of vision than something in the mirror. And of course, there are levels of intervention that you can program into these systems. A luxury interior surrounds us, very sporty looking as well, in red and black. One of the features I like best of all is that you can extend the seat cushion. The German cars tend to have that. Japanese cars don't. In this case, we do. Also, both the driver and passenger seats have the full set of adjustments, including lumbar. Another welcome luxury touch, cooled front seats as well as heated fronts. In addition to the wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, there are a number of USB connections down here as well, and some in the back seat too. One feature that is missing and is a bit of a surprise for me at this price level is no head-up display. Well, we can't talk about the TLX without mentioning its trackpad, and it's been much criticized in the past, including by me. Now, for 2024, Acura says that there's a faster processor in here and that the system works better. Now, in January of 2024, Acura did announce that the next generation of the MDX, the big SUV for the 2025 model year, is going to have a touchscreen. The TLX does pass our Family Wheels child seat test. Behind me, the kind that takes up the most space, rear facing, and I just have enough room between my knees and the glove box door up front. Just a passing grade. The passenger seat, by the way, gets everything that the driver's seat does. All the adjustments, including extension for the cushion and lumbar control, a height adjustment as well, it's all here. I've adjusted the front passenger seat for myself. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 180 centimeters, and here in the back seat I've got a decent amount of room. As far as niceties go, we don't have heated seats in the rear. There are 2 USB Type C ports and the usual HVAC vents. The rear seats, by the way, are quite sporty in their own right. I really enjoyed the 2024 Acura TLX Type S. It is a worthy competitor to several very popular European cars. But what do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.